All right, here we are again. Another day of trading. Oh, I do not like that price action at all. Wow, that's ugly. Ugly price action. It's already moved. A little late there. Missed that this morning. Try to bounce off VWAP. Um, yeah, but there's not enough. It's really not enough going on. I mean, does CRM have enough? Or like, does CRM have news? Okay. Eh. I mean, it's mediocre news, to be fair. That structure is terrible, but if it breaks above VWAP, I'm actually I'm actually interested. Only if it breaks above VWAP though, to where yeah, 696 would be my stop. So I'm gonna set it up just in case we get a hold above VWAP. Because I am looking for candle close above VWAP, not just these spikes through with rejections. There's definitely some short opportunities right now that I'm unable to take. Well, that's a weird chart. Yeah, a lot of this is once again like that would have been a great trade, but you can't really there's no real strong there was only two things for me. Was there only two things for me? I had VWAP, I had RSI, and I had structure. I could have gotten into that. That's just me not liking the yeah, that's me being too picky. Yeah, that I should have gotten into that. That's my fault. But if something's running, that means something else is running. And now I just gotta find it. So I would have loved to gotten in on that, but that's kind of my fault for not really seeing that that was a nice C tier trade, unfortunately. DNFS is rejecting, so I don't think that's going to be a VWAP. Now this is a VWAP bounce. It's holding above, but I believe we already missed the move. But I'm willing to keep an eye on it. Yeah, I don't like that chart at all. Eh. Congratulations, I've already missed 2 moves, actually. VWAP, news, moving averages supporting this. I gotta calc this really quick. AGPU, studies. If that closes above VWAP, we have it. I'll use 7.62. It's got to close above. It's closing through. Actually, we can tighten up that stop a bit. It's not 662, but 68. That's the only one I'm liking so far. Once again, this actually had a nice move, but we missed it. We're coming up on that candle close, so pay attention to the other one and maybe get in. This ain't bad. We have support from the VWAP. Oh, it did close above VWAP, so I'm willing to get in 4 shares. As long as this chart looks good, volume wise. Yeah, I think it does. All right. Stop is at 68. Losing more than expected. Fuck. Wow. That's why I should have used a hard stop. What I get out at. Whoa. Whoa. I don't like that. Um. We closed above VWAP, but we just rejected it completely. That's a way bigger loss than I was supposed to take. I'm making sure I use the bracket next time. Screw that. I don't usually do it because I'm quick enough, but eh. Dude, everything I'm picking is not going, and it sucks. Like, dude, trading like crap. It's weird. It's almost like just my stock selection is terrible. Bizarre. Is AP what? That's so stupid. They're pushing again. I'm gonna get back in with less shares, way less, but I'm going bracket this time. What? Am I in? Yeah. They just canceled my bracket because it was too close, apparently. The stop is going to be, once again, the same thing, 668. Oh, we got to break this $8. That's going to be rough, but we got to break it. So far, so good. I'm going to make a note that my original stop was 768. That way when I do my news, VWAP, structure, kind of moving averages, supporting the move. Yeah, it was a C tier. And now we're stalling, which is not something that I like at all. It's not my favorite price action. What the fuck, man? Dude, this stock right here is blowing me up right now. It's getting removed from the list. Not watching it anymore. It does not respect VWAP whatsoever. It doesn't even care that it exists. Like, it's dumb. It is dumb. I'm getting blown up right now. Badly. And this is what happens. This is what happens when you're not getting enough trade continuation on your winners. Is a couple losers blow you up. Let me just, yeah, mark my second one on here. 772. Do my screenshot. This is stupid. That's insane. Okay. This is breaking above, but it's not in my strategy at all. Gosh, dude. The charts are so messy. That's what's odd. They're like so ugly. All the ones that are winning are not clean at all. And the ones that are losing are clean. It's not something I understand. This I could scalp, but the 480 level, I could grab a few cents out of it. Because once it breaks, it's gonna have that jump through. I could buy the bid, and let me do an arbitrage on this. Let me just buy two. Buy bid, sell ask. There we go. Then the spread tightened. I'm gonna wait for the spread to widen again. We rejected off of that. It's an arbitrage trade. Literally just getting anything we can back out of the market to hedge um, a little bit here. Spread is back to 1 cent. So 1 cent spread. I'm obviously not going to trade that. That's stupid. I mean, I already did, but yeah, tightened. See if any of these deals are consolidating. If they are, I can trade arbitrage strategies on them. Spread on this 1 cent. I mean, I can trade the 1 cent spread and just use a big share size. And it's rejecting. If it doesn't have that bullish momentum, then I don't want to do it because then it's risky. Oh, no, it's still a 1 cent spread. This is crazy. AEHL failed below VWAP now. All these charts are so messy today. It's a really bizarre thing what I'm looking at here. Oh, I don't like these, but sometimes they work because the real move started back here, but trying to get in up there is crazy. Um, because they do start rejecting, although the strength is in the body of the candle. It's not at the wick, which is what you look for. But once again, if this consolidates, that's something that I would take like a nice kind of buy bid, sell ask kind of deal there. Hopefully. Okay, what are we getting on volume on this? This could be something that I'm interested in. I'm seeing this 5 cent spread. NCTY. Ooh, low volume is candle. That's widened it up. We could get another peak. We got a little bullish momentum there. So I'm gonna go ahead and buy 4 shares of this. Just a small share size. Oh, we got massive there. And then buy bid. Whoa, why was the bid up there? Must be placed with the broker. Oh, I can't even trade it anyway. It's Chinese stock. It's because it's not it's an ADR. Oh, I thought I was gonna do something funny. DNS. I should have been more careful starting today because S&P is crashing down and we're trying to trade long, which is not even. I should I could implement a risk management rule for that where it's like if the S&P is down, you only trade B tier and A tier setups and you don't trade the C tiers and you step down the A and B tier to um, C tier risk because there's less correlation. I know that limits winners, but once again, correlation could be everything, and you could still get crazy continuation, so it doesn't really matter. Once again, I think we are rejecting the VWAP. I think we're rejecting the VWAP, which is cool. I could buy the bid and sell the ask, right? I could do some arbitrage, maybe, because it's going to be harder to get out. But if I go in, let's go in 1 share. That's stupid, but we're just testing this. Occasionally, it does drop down really low to like 82, and I'm able to get the 82, and then instantly sell the ask. if I can get it. Because right now we got moving averages, resistance on VWAP, some structure holding it. No news. I don't like that. Starting to show weakness when it's trying to hit. So yeah, losing. You have to have strong support for that to work. Although it would have worked, but oh, that just closed. We probably introduced a bunch of volume because it just closed the spread. Once again, dude, that's the hard part is discretionarily I know that that trade should be good. You know what I mean? Discretionarily. I just took a trade I never should have taken. Holy shit. What? I can't get out? I can't. Whoa. 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 Okay. I am overtrading. I am being stupid. Why did I even get in there? Whoa. Okay. Okay. This was really bad. This was bad. Arbitrage only. We gotta go real careful now. What's our spread here? It's decent. Okay. Buy bid. Sell ask. What the hell? Dude, I'm just being dumb today. Wow. Wow. Okay. I don't even know what I'm doing, man. It is just one of those days, huh? Now, we kind of wiped everything out doing dumb stuff. We took a trade that we should have taken on the break of VWAP if we were going to take. It wasn't even in the strategy. I should have stayed away from the stock. I should have stayed away from the stock, but I didn't. And that's what happens when you don't stay away from something you said you're going to stay away from. Now, I have to, didn't have proper trade planning. This is decent. Can I set it up in time? Our stop is going to be crap. It will if it holds above VWAP. Remember, it has to close above. If it's 4076, 47 less than seats here. They're saying I can go in with that many shares. Well, it's not even holding above VWAP. It's showing weakness. It rejects every time at this level. Just discretionarily using that as a basis of understanding instead of just using my hard set rules. Like that is bad. It's a bad trade. This is a market that hurts you easily. So I'm being stupid today. I have to approach every trade understanding I've been nothing but stupid. The spread on this is 1 cent. There's nothing I can do. It is dumb. This I can't trade. I didn't like this list from the start when I got it this morning. So being stupid has done nothing but cost me money. If I can get one decent trade, I can recover. Um, oh, if this bounces, all I have is a VWAP bounce. That's not enough for me. Even if I'm right, it's not, yeah, this is bounced. It's going to come into that 60 level. Let's see. Says I can't go in with any shares? Why? How is one share too risky? Did I type it in wrong? Yeah. Okay, but now we're failing back into it. So now it looks like crap. And this is holding up for reasons that I don't even understand. This was the opportunity, right? And then after that, eh, like you would have sold around here in this area and you would have done fine. But I am, wow. Okay. Well, this is just absurd. I'm missing every move. It's triggering aggravation and FOMO. Every time I look at a stock, it's too late. I never seem to be able to catch anything while it's setting up. What is that chart? You buy so what am I doing? Cancel that. Don't be stupid. I'm making dumb decisions right now. Really dumb decisions. Look, DFNS is doing the same thing it's been doing this whole time. I'm gonna stop watching it before I get weird trade ideas. Taking everything off the watch list. The S&P 500 is finally bottoming out. I'm not trading until the S&P 500 reverses and holds this level after 5 minutes and goes up. I just learned something today that I just need to contain the losses, maybe grab a couple scalps today, but I just learned something about how different the market feels while the S&P 500 is actively falling, actively. Um, okay. So far, not too bad. As long as the S&P 500 doesn't make any more lows today and we reverse midday, I'm cool with that. I am seriously cool with that. Like, okay, look, we had this gap, and then, oh, see, I need to understand the overall market a little better coming into Mondays. I haven't traded on Mondays much. I'm gonna look at my history really quick on Mondays. History says that I haven't actually been trading on Mondays that much. I didn't trade on Monday last week, but I traded on the 13th, and I had two tiny wins, just very tiny. And I think these were honestly just me surviving. I don't believe they were real wins. So Mondays have been a rough thing you could say, or not an easy day for me. S&P 500 still making new lows, um, which yeah, these stocks can go ahead because I don't like I don't necessarily like something that moves opposite to the S&P 500. I don't know if it's necessarily something that I like. If the whole market's bearish, then why do I want to trade it when I'm a long trader? I'd be better off looking for confluence. And right now, across the board, all the shorts have been way cleaner than the longs because we're fighting against. And if my strategy is a momentum strategy, then why would I want to fight against the macro? There will be a point when it doesn't make newer lows today. Like there will be a point when we get a mean reversion. And that is like the time where you want to be, wow, this is bad. Like this is actually a terrible trend down, by the way. I mean, we just took out Friday lows. So, but like seriously, we are nearing the end. We're gonna get a bounce. We are gonna get a bounce. Yeah, S&P 500 might be holding. I mean, it's slowing down the fall. Okay. So I've entered that information about S&P 500 having support. So we're starting to gain something here, but I don't know if it's good enough. We'll see. I don't know if it's good enough. Thought I traded this. No. And then now it's coming down, so hopefully we get some new names here. I don't even want to trade whatever these names are. Dude, I don't even want to touch this thing. Get this off my screen. Oh, broke $2. Is there anything I can find in news maybe? Okay, S&P 500 has confirmed bullish reversal, which means the Nvidia is probably going to go up. But the question is, what is Nvidia long? Okay, where is there an Nvidia long ETF? If I can get a 2x leverage Nvidia long ETF here, that might be the way to go. Why is it taking so long to load? I need to be quick here. This is short. Short, not long. Come on. Internet, please. Work. This is dumb. Granite shares. DL. I should know these things, but I don't. Okay. Catching support at the bottom here. Let me risk manage this. It's following the S&P 500 pretty aggressively, which is okay. That just means that I need to watch both so that I have that bullish signal. We are below VWAP. The fuck kind of trade is this? This is a trade I shouldn't take, but I'm going to because it's lagging behind. It is lagging behind. I can take one share of this, right? It's lagging behind S&P. So I'll take one share of this. I'll buy the bid instead of buying the ask. Yeah, it's lagging. So I know I I out of all people should be like, oh, it's not my strategy, but it's got a pretty similar shape to the point where I'm like, "Hmm, that's actually a good setup. So, um, I don't have some of these strategies written out. That's the problem. That is the problem. If 29 is a failing point, I'm probably not sounding like a smart trader right now at all. It says I can buy 5 shares. Now, if we're down 25 cents, I will get out of this. But I don't think we're going to be. If we correlate this to the S&P 500, we're looking at a move to about 29.5. At 29.5, I could probably get out of this. Matter of fact, I might add on the bid right now. Yeah, I'm going to add one on the bid. And that's it. Because we're about to break this, and that's a high volume point there. Trying to trade up there now. Let's sell one here. This is the resistance point. It's also a high volume point. Now we could totally get another rejection on the S&P and go down farther, but which is exactly what's happening. But I don't really see that happening. Not after how, yeah, S&P is now pushing. If it can keep breaking above the last candle S&P wise, then Nvidia is pretty safe because it is S&P 1. I've definitely liked how much slower some of these ETFs move of larger stocks. So it's just they need good reasons to move type thing. So uh, and the trends are a little cleaner sometimes. So I think I just need a little bit more market preparation, and that's probably my issue. Like full-time traders, they are spending a lot of hours over the weekends kind of preparing for everything because you have 2 days worth of information that was offline that's now going to get priced in. Nice. What is news like on Nvidia right now? Probably not too bad. There's one. Come on. Dude, just bang it, please. You know you want to. There we go. There's one share. The next one, I'll carry it to 249 if we can get there. I mean, we could get an even crazier move, but we've already secured a nice, 14 cents type thing. So off this, we've recovered a little bit. I'm just watching the S&P 500 as an indicator to what we're doing here. Um, Actually, I'm more worried about it going to the negative. So 2 cents below my opening, I'm actually going to put a sell. S&P 500 is pushing higher. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. The Nvidia should pulse in a second here because yeah. Yep. S&P is doing a nice push. So Nvidia should start rolling. Unless they've now switched. I can't even we'll see in a second if they've switched. But it doesn't look like it. I still think Nvidia is lagging behind. And is actually providing support for when the other stocks and the S&P pull back. Um, our strength is at the bottom of the candle here. So we just need to keep getting bids in the 230s, honestly. And if we can get back up to that 237 point, it's even better. Because the S&P 500 is pushing hard. We just got to break this. Just got to break that. If we break above that, if we break resistance there, which S&P 500 looks like it's about to break through some resistance here. I'm going to compare the volume footprints of both S&P against Nvidia as a comparison. Wrong one. These shouldn't be linked. That's weird. Oh, crap. We got to allow the fluctuation to happen just a little. As long as it holds. As long as it holds. Why is the whole thing changing? 10 minutes? Oh, there's no point. I'm not going to do a 10-minute delay because I don't have real-time data on that. That is not worth it. We only lose one share, a cent, if we hit our stop here. Yeah. Okay. That's cool. That's cool. I don't really care. I mean, at the end of the day, I'm not trying to not lose today. I'm just trying to provide buffer because it's not fun right now. None of this is fun right now, by the way. This is all misery. Not even gonna screenshot it. Screw that. It's not worth it. Now it's dying. So now it's leading the S&P. Now it's leading. So yeah, we're down 1.69%. Thankfully, we did have some wins, but otherwise it could have been much worse. Um, Obviously, I don't like losing more than 1% in a day or 2% a day. And I was there a second ago, so NVIDIA is nice. It did help me out there a little bit. Uh, NVDL. Um, would I go short now? I might go short. If the S&P is going to fall again, then I'll just go short. If the S&P rejects, I mean, NVIDIA is leading it. NVD. And this is so much cheaper. Wait, do I have the settled funds? If I don't have the settled funds, then no, I don't have settled funds. I'm screwed. I'm pretty much done trading because I ran out of cash. And this is a cash account. But I can always put more in. I can always add another 25 bucks, which is what I think I'll do. But I'll miss the move on the short because of that, unfortunately. I'll have to find something else. Um, yeah, so key things I'm learning from today especially is I need to have ways of understanding the macro conditions much better. What the hell? Oh, S&P 500's holding up, actually. So I don't know what stocks are making it hold up, but that's yeah. Okay. I'm not trading against the S&P on S&P 1. I'm not doing that. uh, that's stalling out. Yeah. Well, this is dude, it's whoa. Dude, this just the chop, man. The chop today. Like I don't even want to trade small caps today. Like that's the problem is I don't have a way of not trading small caps. I need to be able to choose whatever is easy. And right now, honestly, is Nvidia stalled out or what? S&P 500 starting to reverse strongly. I like that. I like that. That means NVD is good. So I'm willing to go in here with 2 shares. Crap. Two. Bam. Buy the bid so we get a good price. Buy the bid so we get a good price. Come on. Let me get in. Let me get in. 515. I'll get in. Why can't I get filled? That's bizarre. 515 or 514 is probably where we're at. Yeah, risk manager wise, so I can buy a shitload of shares. Come on, man. Just get me in. I'm bored. I'll buy the ask. Screw it. I'm buying the ask. There we go. Because that's solid. Like Nvidia is falling, and the S&P 500 is falling. So watch it reverse the second I get in the trade. I'll get out quickly. I don't care. Oh my gosh, it just stair stepped. I'll sell the ask to get out if I have to. I don't like any of this. It just formed a double bottom. Selling the ask to get out. There we go. The double bottom is not. This is where the long push may come in here. So NVDL, and I'm gonna wait for it. I'm gonna wait for it. Okay. I'm gonna wait for this double bottom to hold. Momentum strategies were not the answer today. So I I need to take a look at the mean reversion strategies, honestly. Um, I'm just waiting for that momentum switch, honestly. This candle, next candle, anything, it could go flat the rest of the day for all I care, but um guess it's just hard to uh that could have been a decent short, but I screwed it up because now we're not doing the same thing as the S&P 500. Either that or we're leading it. We could be leading it, but I imagine there's other stocks that are just holding it up right now. There's your double bottom that I was looking for. Strong selling at the bottom. Imbalance. This will be our last trade. That I can say for sure. Oh, strong selling. Oh, we could wick through and take some people out here. Honestly, we just did. Oh, that buy side imbalance there that's popping in. There's some stops getting hit. Oh, that could have been such a good short. I'll mess that one up. You can't assume it's not gonna go through the double bottom. That was a screw up on my part. Just focus. Hands off the keyboard. Don't look at the screen. Just sit here and relax. Everything's dumping now. Everything is dumping. Yeah, if I'm gonna do the momentum strategy, it cannot be going against the macro. That is a rule that I must follow from now on. Cannot let it go against the macro whatsoever. Missed out on the best trade of the day, short wise. The most stable one possible I've missed out on. Came into the market way too aggressive today. Way too aggressive. Actually, we're getting kind of a volume tail now. Which could tell me that we're getting some reversal here. Okay, this could be the base, but I want to be sure. I'm gonna say it is with the momentum I'm seeing. I'm gonna say that this is the base, but I'm buying the bid. Hopefully, it gives me a better entry. There we go. And my target, right, is where there was last a pretty heavy amount of volume. That's my target. Just a scalp. Actually, it's reaching it quick, but we'll see. Mm, momentum's strong. Momentum's decent. Okay. Well, so far not too bad. Now we could just get an uptick in rejection. At that point, I just exit the trade, but I don't really know right now. This is a little absurd. Um, Strength at the bottom of the candle. Hmm. There we go. Okay. Not liking what I'm seeing here. I'm just digging myself a grave, huh? S&P 500's coming down. Yep, digging a grave. Well, we are now zero on this trade. Great. Well, I am going to do some massive evaluation. Not even one of my trades because I don't really want to see the numbers because the numbers don't look good. But I know what mistakes I made in the process. This will probably reverse and go up. But once again, yeah, risk tolerance is like, oh yeah, you can lose. What tier of trade even is this? This is not even a strategy I've written down. So I forced so many trades. I overtraded so bad. Okay. I'm gonna have to do an analysis on that. Instead of overtrading, I need to actually make a system to where taking trades that may not have actually been bad, had they been planned out correctly. For instance, the first NVIDIA long was good, but then I just blew it out of the water with this crap long. So um, I kind of ruined everything that I did today. Um, so yeah, I believe we went past what we're supposed to go down in a day. Um, I'm gonna check, but I'm pretty sure we did. Yeah, yeah, way down. Way down. Actually, we're still technically within the 2%, but it's not good. We're pretty close to our daily loss limit. We are pretty close to our daily loss limit. Yeah, small caps did not have any of the type of structure we were looking for today. Hmm. Could have held that should not have been an arbitrage. It could have just held that and that would have been fine, but I don't know. I'm just gonna wrap it up and I need to be able to trade stuff besides small caps. So I'm gonna do some restructuring. I'm going to write out some strategies that I've been trying to implement, but they're not written down. So and we're gonna come back to the drawing board. We know what strategy works. We just know that the strategy that I have that works was not properly implemented today. So um, it was implemented on things that it never should have been implemented on. And at times it never should have been implemented on. So I'm going to go ahead and develop the strategies on a lot of good trades that I wanted to take, but I didn't have the confidence because I was kind of just winging it. So, especially these larger caps, getting in with these ETFs, both short and long, and then understanding the macro context. That's probably pretty key for a day like this. Because once again, we did have a durable goods orders month over month today at 5:30, which is honestly kind of, you know, kind of a big deal. It's high impact news. So, um, yeah, we need to take in the fundamental context a lot stronger next time, especially on a news day. So, yeah, today was kind of stupid. We didn't really